hello and good evening. Tonight I am going to be streaming the demo of Novabox's new game, After the Wane. If you didn't know, I'm actually the voice actress in the trailer for the game. You might have seen it on Steam or on YouTube for the English version of the trailer, which I'm honored to have been a part of. So tonight I'm going to be starting a brand new save here for the game. As you can see, I got a bit of a preview back in October of like bits of the demo before I recorded my lines to sort of get a little overarching understanding of the story and our main character and stuff like that. So I'm going to be starting a new save tonight to check out the demo as a whole. So let's do it. Oh, I love it. I don't have my reverb tonight, but let's do it. I'm going to turn down that volume a little bit because it looks like the music's coming in a little hot. And the sound effects, so we're going to turn it down just a smidge. That should be a little bit better. 5, 6, 7, 8. You leap. It's gorgeous. Almost every morning, for years, you repeated this sequence of movements. But your world is about to completely change. Everything that happened before was simply a rehearsal for what is about to happen. You glimpse the many variations. You know the steps, glissades, demi-pliés, the entrechats. Oh, it's been a long time since I've balleted. And yet, your feet seek out the warmth of familiar tracks. You imagine them, left by a mother you never knew. Before you, an inescapable chasm. Spread your wings, baby. You spread your wings. Why hesitate? You're ready to fly. You are alone, but you soar above. Here, nobody can reach you. A page turns. A grand jeté. A fleeting moment before the uninevitable plunge. In this life that is about to begin. Prologue. Bar. Oh, so pretty, so pretty, so pretty. Always obsessed with the art, always obsessed with Novabox's art. Every frame is a masterpiece and I want them all hung on my walls. You've just finished your daily exercises when there's a knock on the bedroom door. 3 weeks. 3 weeks without access to a bar, where you've had to make do with the back of a chair, which is far from ideal. 3 weeks scouring the city, trying to find a place somewhere, then, as the panic sets in, anywhere. As an artist, this is really relatable for me. As a musician, this is really relatable for me. You know that on the other side of the door, I should have asked for the right pronunciations. Andre? We're going to say Andre. Your landlady probably wants to offer you a cup of tea again. You've managed to dodge her yesterday and the day before, but sooner or later, you'll have to give in to her request, which isn't exactly unreasonable. Up until this week, she'd left you alone, probably because the other rooms had been occupied by a stream of tourists visiting the city. But with the arrival of September, the house had nearly emptied out, and the old lady's attention had shifted onto her favorite niece's little protege. We're not yet at the stage where she'd come into the bedroom uninvited. If you ignore her, she'll probably go away. The introvert's dilemma, truly. Well, if we're not feeling up to it, we're going to play dead. You hold your breath for a few seconds. There's another round of hesitant knocks on the wooden door. Then you hear dragging footsteps moving away. So pretty. You can almost feel Andre's disappointment in her gait, but you can't bear the inevitable interrogation you'll be inflicting on yourself if you accept the invitation. You wait a few more minutes to be on the safe side, then you tiptoe your way through the boarding house corridors. You let out a sigh of relief as you reach the street. You're glad to be out of Aurelia Arlia's. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, y'all. You're glad to be out of Arlia's aunt's house. The heavy atmosphere there is starting to get on your nerves. Yes. That, and my finances. I thought I'd be fine for a few months with what I'd saved up and the last of Mommy's money. I didn't realize that day-to-day life in a big city would be so expensive. The price of the room is fairly reasonable, but having to eat out for every meal is costing me a packet. I really have to be careful. It feels like my savings are evaporating before my eyes. I'll have to... What's the matter? I don't know. I felt something. Something familiar and strange. It's intriguing. You want to know more. Oh, follow your intuition, girl. You start walking again, faster, weaving through the tangle of little streets so characteristic of this part of the city. The rain, which had only threatened until now, begins to pelt down. You huddle beneath your umbrella, determined to find the source of the strange sensation. Your steps take you, with a hook to the left and an about-face to the right, toward the heart of the city. You find yourself in a narrow, cobbled street which slopes gently upward, with an inexplicable sense of déjà vu. But this is an area you've never set foot in before, so it's far from the theaters and far from the main thoroughfares that join the bridges. There's a guy sheltering in a doorway on your right. He's watching you with disturbing insistence. If the way he holds himself and his general look left any room for doubt, the fact that he's wearing a leotard makes it unmistakable. He's a dancer. I mean, yeah, let's approach him. Me too. Hello? Oh. I don't know if I have a dude voice that's not like a surfer bro, so I'm just gonna read him flat. Hi, Puppet. Can I help you? That's a peculiar way to strike up a conversation. Well, I feel like "Are you a dancer" is kind of redundant because he could just be like, so we're gonna say, what is this place? What is this place? You try to peep behind him, but the room is shadowy. You can't make much out. Still, it looks a lot like a theater foyer. He watches you with an amused smile. I am a dancer, and you're not hiring by any chance? Ah, I suppose you just arrived in town? He continues before you can even open your mouth. It's funny that you found this place by chance. That doesn't happen often. However, I'm sorry, but I need to get back. I mean, we're getting, like, desperate. We're, like, panicking. Our funds are running out. We should insist. Wait, are you sure? Really, I'm just asking for an audition. No, I'm sorry. Our director is very strict about hiring. He hesitates for a moment before he adds, look, we're putting a new show together soon. Come back in about 10 days. You'll get your chance then. However, I really do have to get back. He starts to close the door. Wait. I guess what's this place called? Because, approximately 10 days, we want to know what we're coming back to. What's this place called? The Outpost. The Outpost? You seem surprised by the mention of this rather odd theater name. Unless, does it remind you of something? Go on, scram, please. I've already said too much. If I get caught, my ass is on the line. This time, he closes the door and you hear the click of the lock. You go back up the road, unsure what to think of the exchange. It's weird. It feels like it comes from this place. You look around, searching for the street name, but on one side of the sign is missing, and on the other, rust has eaten away at the enamel, making the letters illegible. Well, you'll have to remember the way. The rain hammers down. You need to find somewhere to take shelter if you don't want to be completely soaked. Your little umbrella isn't enough to protect you. Kitty cat. Kitty cat. You dash inside the first cafe that looks open. Before realizing your mistake, the cafe, which is in fact a pizzeria, is not open at all. Metallic noises mingled with Italian expletives come from the kitchen. My name's Giana. I can. You're about to turn back when a pretty tabby, oh Soleil, I wish she's sleeping behind me on the couch. You're about to turn back when a pretty tabby rubs itself up against your legs with a plaintive meow. You think I'm gonna ignore a cat that's rubbing up against my legs? Whoever picks ignore it. I have questions for you. Oh. Oh, baby. You bend down to pet it. The creature rubs its head against your hand, purring emphatically. What a baby. Hello. Oh, I see you've met Fangio? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Novavox, and everybody who knows how to pronounce names. We haven't been able to get rid of him since my sister started feeding him. You're here about the ad, right? Take a seat. Enzo, there's someone here about the ad. I should try to, up my Philly accent for this or something. To play some homage to the South Philly Italians. The noise is from the kitchen. Stop. Oh, che cosa? Someone for the ad? A middle-aged man, rigged out in a ponytail and Hawaiian shirt, enters the room, clutching a wrench. Did we post the ad? I don't know. Never mind. Right. This dude with Mario's voice would actually be insane. I'm not going to do that to Novavox, as much fun as that would be. Especially me trying to do it. The wrench goes from one hand to the other. Then the man with the ponytail sits down across from you while the other disappears into the kitchen. Oh, man. Me talking like I'm Italian and then I'm gonna mispronounce words. I'm sorry. For some reason, I took Spanish in high school and not Italian, and I had the option. Don't know what 16-year-old Gianna was thinking, but apparently I should have taken Italian. Anyway, sorry about the noise. The Mattina per Espresso is shot. If I do this, it makes up for it, right? I'm Enzo. You hear about the ad? I have no idea why I'm here. I'm not gonna lie about it. What ad? What ad? I was thinking we hadn't posted the ad yet. Hey, look, sorry, we don't open for another hour, actually. Enzo begins to stand up. Wait, are you looking for someone? Considering the worrying state of your finances, you've probably got nothing to lose trying your luck. Oh, you looking for work? It's simple. We need some help waiting tables, especially weekends and evenings. Have you ever done that? Yes, I've had several waitressing jobs, but in cafes. Well, this is a restaurant, but it's not so different from a cafe, Asbetta. Enzo has just noticed the cat, which has perched. Me giving cat who as the... Anyway... Enzo has just noticed the cat, which has perched on one of the tables and it's giving itself a good wash, getting in the way of the table settings. What a sweet bean. And they named it Aslan. I do love that. Aslan for the cat. Oh, no. The cat was Fangio. Aslan's a dude's name, which we still love. Aslan's a beautiful name. Oh, I like the apron detail as well. Guys, I'm going to try not to make this entire thing fussing over the art because everything's so beautiful. Just assume that I'm always captivated. Anyway, he replies, what? Can you put that cat out, please? He's managed to get into the dining room again. Ever since Aslan's sister started feeding it, I can't get rid of it. Enzo hesitates for a moment before asking loftily, tell me, where do you see yourself in 5 years? The worst question. I hate this question. Especially the world gestures at everything. We're all taking it day by day. Cut the crap, Enzo. Tell her you'll take her on a trial basis. This isn't a recruitment agency. Yeah, you're right. It's ridiculous. I love that quick axing of the seriousness. How many hours a week could you do? At the moment, I'm free a lot of the time, but that could change. If it works for you, we'll start you off 3 evenings plus weekends, and we'll adjust it accordingly to your availability. We love that. We love when places actually want to work with you and your availability. Okay. Can I see your ID, just to check your age? Yes, of course. You rummage through your bag and hand him your ID card. Magdalena? Just Lena. Nope, don't say no more. You don't gotta explain yourself. You don't gotta explain yourself more than that. Well then, welcome aboard, Just Lena. Enzo offers you his hand. You shake it, almost instinctively. When can you start? Right away? Great. Service starts in 1 hour. Come on, I'll show you the kitchens. That is way too right away for me. I would need to process. I would need a couple days to process. There's lockers for your stuff in the cloakroom. Aslan, have we got any small size aprons left? It's the end of the shift. I remember, I think Nico shared like a screenshot of this in the Discord server a long time ago. Or you know, it might have been one of their dev streams where they did like an Ask the Dev stream and he was like streaming him like working on this screenshot. I remember specifically because I was just like, the lighting. Anyway, also the kitty cat. Okay. It's the end of the shift. You join Aslan, who's smoking a cigarette in the restaurant's backyard. You're exhausted. You only smoke very occasionally, but you figured you could really do with one now, too. You sit on the steps facing him. I don't think I would. I feel like on a first day, I would be nervous. I wouldn't be so forward to be like, can I bum a smoke? Not that I smoke, but like, for my equivalent is someone's eating a plate of brownies. And I'm sitting across from them and I'm just like, damn, I could really use a brownie. And I wouldn't feel comfortable to be like, can I have one? I would just try to talk around it and maybe hope they offer me one. So I'm gonna ask him if it's like that every night. Yeah, the art's incredible. Is it like that every night? Yep. Not exactly restful, is it? We're by far the cheapest restaurant in the neighborhood. Enzo insists we keep the prices affordable. I like this Enzo guy. So, we're a full house every night. Victims of our own success, he says. But I hope that won't put you off, huh? We really need the help, as you can tell. Aslan chuckles. Ooh. Ooh, I like a challenge. I like that response. It's spicy. I like a challenge. Just as well. Tell me, what do you do when you're not juggling 6 orders and 3 pizzas at the same time? I'm a dancer. That's why you moved here. Yes. It's not easy to make your mark in the art communities, hey. Don't we know? Yeah, especially when you don't know anyone. Yeah. I mean, but I guess we do like the positive. Yeah, some of this is too real, but I appreciate this is art reflecting reality in a lot of ways. Like, as like Top Cat Yo in the chat is an artist as well. I'm a musician. So like it is a lot about who you know, but also being very good at your craft, and also about not giving up, no matter how many times it feels like the right thing to do. So I'm gonna stick with this. I'm gonna stick with this. No. It's tough, but I'm not giving up. A sigh escapes you before you can get a grip on yourself. Anyway, thanks for the job opportunity. My savings have just been melting away. Oh, it's not me you need to thank. It's Enzo. He's the boss. Tell me, have you heard about the Neighborhood Association? The Neighborhood Association? Yes, it's called the St. Louis Circle. We run a place on, well, St. Louis Street. There's quite a few activities, especially the dance club. That is interesting. It's a place to start, you know, if you got no footing, nowhere for, like, no foundation. It's a start. That's interesting. Well, we're having a neighborhood dinner for the association's new season in 2 weeks. 2 weeks Saturday. In any case, Enzo's closing the pizzeria to be there, and Samira's requisitioned the kitchen to make samosas. Samira? That's my sister's name, the former waitress. Oh my gosh, Van. Oh, I'm so happy to see your name in my chat. Congrats on the role. Thank you. Lurk. Oh, please lurk away. So proud of you. Oh my gosh, thank you. I love you. Thank you so much. I've been thinking of you. I'm sorry I'm bad at messaging, but I'm sure if anyone understands, I'm sure you do. Yes, you're the best. Thank you so much. Thank you for the lurk. Oh, and trust me, you don't want to miss out on Samira Samosa. We are kindred, I get it. Thank you. Know that I'm always wishing you the best and thinking of you. Oh, in that case, I don't have a choice. I'm forced to accept the invitation. Oh, the lighting gets more lightinger. So good, so good. The door into the yard opens and Enzo sticks his head out. Lena? Yes? I've printed your work contract. Do you want to take a look and get it signed? I'll be right there. Aslan gives you a smile as you follow Enzo into the office. So pretty. Act 1. Yeah. Adash. Miss Sager? Oh no, Sadie. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're gonna say, we're gonna get real American. We're gonna say Sager. I'm sorry, y'all. The corridor light comes on, and the door to Andre's apartment flies open. It's after midnight. You're just back from work at the pizzeria, and after a week at this place, you only dream of one thing: going to bed. Could I speak to you for a minute, please? Can it wait until tomorrow? The old lady looks outraged before she says, in a bewildered whisper, I'm worried about you. Ooh, I want to know where this ire comes from towards the older lady. Let's just be quick. I gotta go to bed. You know, sleep. Look how sleepy she looks. Oh. Okay, but be quick. It's late. You haven't got the heart to send her packing, but you're not going to put up with this kind of intrusiveness either. Ooh, okay. Seeing as you seem more interested in doing I don't know what with I don't know who, I picked up the phone and made a few calls. Okay, so she's like a meddler. But it comes from like a caring place, it seems like. Which is all good and well, but really can be a lot. I've got a list for you of companies to contact. Contract would be great if she just had contracts for dancing she was handing out. That would actually be wholesome meddling and we'd be all for it. But unfortunately, it's just places to contact, which it's still a start though. Like, I don't know. Maybe she's meddled too much. I'm seeing this from so much of an empathetic standpoint where I'm just like, I would love if somebody had like a fresh list of places for me to cold email for gigs, but maybe she's overstepped a few times, you know. Let's say thank you, because I personally would say thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, but try to make good use of it. Ooh, okay. Well, that's kind of, Okay, I'm reading into this. I'm saying it seems like maybe she thinks she's not doing anything because she hasn't found the work yet. Maybe she doesn't understand how hard it is to get work as a dancer and stuff like that. Like she sees that her savings are draining, but like nothing's happening. So like, I don't know, maybe she could be doing more. So she's like, let me help. I don't know. Anyway, she holds out the list. You take it. Oh, no, I don't like this. This bothers me. It's late. You're keeping me up, if you'll excuse me. Didn't you stop her from going to bed? She leaves you standing with your list and your guilt. Oof. You climb the stairs, go into your room, and flop down on the bed. Aren't you going to look at the list? I just need a minute. Yeah, I just need a minute. You let out a long sigh before turning your attention to the list. The Outpost. Isn't that the name of the place you stumbled on the other day? Yes, I made a note to go back there, and I don't know, that name. Does it mean something to you? There are Odeons in every city in the country, but the outpost, it's different. Do you think it might be a lead to your mom? That would be strange, wouldn't it? I was adopted by my grandmother a few days after I was born. There's no chance I could remember anything about her. But your grandmother might have mentioned her in passing. Maybe. I don't know. It was a long time ago now. Whatever it is, it's definitely worth a shot going to knock on that door. Yes, Andre's written down the date of the auditions. That fits with the info I got. When will you go? She's written that the first session is on Thursday afternoon. I'll call tomorrow to confirm. We're conversing with ourselves. Interesting. Thursday. After losing your way 3 times in the tangle of narrow streets, here you are, looking at the outpost. Unlike your last visit, the place seems far more vibrant, almost welcoming. There's a buzz inside, as if the place had just opened up after the summer break. You push the door and find yourself transported to an unexpected world. It is indeed an old theater, but it emanates an aura of sanctity that you can feel almost physically. It is far removed from the modern buildings you're used to, and even the National Opera, with its gliding and rococo marbles. Sorry, it didn't have this effect on you. I can pronounce words, I promise. You're so absorbed in contemplating the Art Deco woodwork and furnishings that you don't notice the 2 young men who ask you if you'd mind getting out of the way. You apologize and take a couple of steps back. Your attention is drawn to the clothes rack they're moving from one wing of the theater to another, groaning under the weight of the colorful, glittering stage costumes. On your right, a group of young women are disappearing into the corridor to backstage. They must be auditionees. On the other side, behind the box office, a middle-aged woman is checking a list. She doesn't look like your typical ticket office clerk, with her stern aspect and the skirt suit that screams high-level job, but lacking anyone more amenable to talk to, you approach her anyway. Hello? Just a moment. Oh, that's a busy woman. She doesn't seem in any rush to answer you. 2 minutes later, she's still absorbed in her list. We're gonna wait, because we're just an auditionee. And she's very busy. You decide to try and stay in the woman's good graces. After all, you're the one who needs help. After a long wait, she finally raises her eyes. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm a dancer. I'm here for...
You're late. We're about to start. Have you got your resume?
Late. It's at least half an hour before the time Andre had written down.
You rummage through your bag and place the required document on the counter confidently. There's no reason to panic. A hand sneaks in from your right and takes the paper. An even sterner-looking woman. You turn and find another woman with a dancer's physique, but middle-aged, has crept in close to you. Her ice blue eyes carefully study your feeble list of professional experiences before they come to rest on you. She gives off an aura of authority. She seems to think deeply for a few moments before tersely revealing her decision.
Follow me.
Then she adds to the woman behind the counter, Lydia, could you send Arnaud to the big rehearsal room, please? Without a word, Lydia picks up the intercom. The other woman is already being swallowed up into the depths of the theater. You trot behind her, trying to keep up, and you find yourself in a labyrinthine jumble of corridors and staircases that you cross before emerging into a large room bathed in light. A man in a tweed suit with a mustache and small round spectacles leans back against a half-open window, smoking a cigarette. Seeing you enter, he nonchalantly tosses the butt outside before he seats himself at an old baby grand piano. Grasping what you're expected to do, you start getting ready to dance. She nudges your shoes disdainfully with her toe. You won't need those. I mean, I feel like being as calm as possible in this situation when we're trying to come across as professional, to be like, yeah, of course I don't. I just brought them just in case. What do you mean? Yeah, sure. You're not exactly delighted to dance barefoot, but maybe it's part of the test. Unsure, you decide not to mention it. Just as you're finished getting ready, a young man enters and strides across the room. You realize immediately that it's the dancer you met the other day, who in all likelihood would be Arnaud. Deborah? Arnaud, show her the duo. Arnaud quickly explains the choreography to you. You nod your head, trying to memorize the different moves you're going to do together. His confidence and the way he takes the time to let you digest the information, checking that you understand each step, is very reassuring. Deborah comes over several times to pick you up on your position or timing. You correct yourself as well as you can. You know you're putting yourself on the line for a place in this company, the only one that's given you a chance up till now. Then Deborah signals the pianist and you begin. Beautiful piano coming in. Oh, so pretty. Arnaud is watchful, attuned. He knows the routine perfectly and does everything he can to make things easier for you, which isn't a simple task. Everything is unusual, between the strange rhythm of the music coming from the piano, the series of movements which questions every academic certainty that had been etched into your body year after year. It's gorgeous. You and he, you waver over a fragile line between sophistication and animality. In his arms, you fly and drop with the lightness of a swallow and the power of a hawk. Deborah interrupts you, asks you to reposition yourself. You don't understand what's wrong. Her instructions are so strange and counterintuitive. It's hard to understand exactly what she expects of you, but you have no choice but to trust her. You put yourself back in position and you begin. And suddenly, time twists into creeping contractions. Nothing exists but the knot and the root, chemical wedding between you and the night. Ah, it's breathtaking, you guys. Then you're ripped from the joining of the worlds when Deborah claps her hands twice. The music stops immediately. Stop. That's enough. We'll stop there. Ooh. Ah, and that would be the demo of After the Wane. My goodness. So intriguing, so beautiful. I'm gonna move this over here so I can see the chat and stuff easier. Yeah, my goodness. Wow. I mean, the art's incredible. The music's great. The sound design's amazing, as always. The characters are intriguing. I mean, I relate so much personally to her as a musician. On the musician side of things is, we have Lena, our dancer. I'm really interested in this, like, sort of supernatural element that's coming in. I believe the Novavox folks were saying this takes place in a similar universe to Along the Edge. So, ooh. I also want to replay that before I play After the Wane, when it's here in full, so that I can, like, re-immerse myself fully into the universe and stuff like that, which I may stream here as well. Yeah, so that would be the demo of After the Wane. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight.